Sometimes what we assume becomes the wall between us and the truth. Today's story will take you inside the mind of an employee who felt ignored, unappreciated, even disliked by her manager. What she didn't expect was how one private conversation would unravel everything she believed and reveal a truth that would change not just her job, but her life. This one's for anyone who's ever questioned their worth at work. If you've ever felt invisible in your workplace, this story will speak to you. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell so you never miss a story that matters.
I'm Ava, and for 6 months, I thought my manager hated me. She never smiled at my ideas. She gave me the hardest tasks. She barely said hello in the mornings. And when I stayed late to finish things, she walked past like I didn't exist. At first, I told myself she was just tough. Then I started to believe she simply didn't like me. I was new, and maybe I wasn't her kind of employee. Every meeting felt like a test. I kept failing. I tried harder. I double-checked everything. I even stopped giving suggestions, because what was the point? But none of it seemed to make a difference. I started counting down the days, updating my resume, wondering what I'd done wrong. It wasn't always this way. When I got the job at Eastwell Solutions, I was thrilled. The company was led by a brilliant female CEO, Nora Flint. My role was Junior Project Coordinator under Melissa, the project manager known for her no-nonsense leadership. At first, I admired Melissa. She was sharp, efficient, and respected by everyone. But I noticed she didn't speak to me much, and when she did, it was short and cold. My colleague Jada, who joined with me, laughed one day and said, "I think Melissa's allergic to compliments. Don't take it personally." But I did. It wasn't just her silence. It was how she'd ask Jada for her opinion but skip over me. How she gave me assignments with impossible deadlines. How her emails were blunt, never a thanks or good job. I called my mom one night, sitting in the parking lot, crying. "She hates me," I said. "I don't know why, but she does." My mom, in her usual calm voice, said, "People carry things you can't see. Don't build a whole story on what they didn't say." At the time, I didn't want wisdom. I wanted validation. One Friday afternoon, I was finishing a report when Melissa's voice came from behind me. "Ava, do you have a minute?" Her tone was flat. I braced myself. I assumed I'd missed something, made another mistake. We stepped into a small meeting room. She closed the door. And then, to my shock, she sat down and said, "I owe you an apology." I blinked. "I've been distant, and it's not your fault." I didn't know what to say. I just sat there, frozen. She took a breath. "Last year, I lost my daughter. She was 20, a hit and run. Everything since then has felt mechanical. I come to work, I do the job, but connecting with people has been hard." My heart dropped. I felt like the air left the room. "I've watched you work," she continued. "You're diligent, creative, you stay late. I've noticed it all. But I never told you because somewhere inside, I've been afraid to get close to anyone again." My eyes welled up. I felt ashamed for every assumption I had made. She reached for a tissue, then added softly, "You're not invisible, Ava. I see you. I just haven't been myself." That conversation changed everything. Not just how she treated me, but how I saw her. I started saying good morning first. I stopped shrinking into corners and started offering ideas again. And Melissa? She started saying thank you. She gave feedback. Real conversations followed. One day, the CEO, Nora Flint, visited our floor and asked for someone to present a new strategy model. Melissa recommended me. Later that week, Jada smiled and said, "What did you do? Melissa actually looks happy when you talk." I didn't do anything special. I just listened. People are more than their expressions. They're more than their silences. Sometimes what looks like anger is grief. What seems like coldness is someone holding back pain they don't know how to name yet. I learned that leadership isn't always loud, and being seen sometimes begins with being willing to see someone else first. We all carry stories, and sometimes one honest conversation is all it takes to rewrite them.
Thank you for your attention. If you liked the story, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe us for more stories.